Welcome to a new video series called The Parables, the Hidden Messages of Jesus, God's Messiah. This is a study on how to unlock and understand the parables. This is an introduction video, as the following series of videos will use the four sense method of interpretation that will reveal the true messages hidden in the parables found in the Gospel books of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. So, hello, my name is Aaron Andrews, and I am going to attempt to interpret the parables found inside the Bible and the four gospel messages and throughout. And this method is can be used on any parable in the Bible, but this I'm attempting to build a series of videos that will interpret every parable in the Gospels. So what is a parable? The dictionary definition is a short, simple story illustrating a moral or a spiritual truth. I find that this is a definition that's kind of lacking when it comes to interpreting a Bible parable, because it is a little bit deeper than that. It's more of an encrypted message hidden in symbolisms found within the literal text of the parable. So the four senses of a parable are the literal voice, the allegorical or the symbolic voice, the homiletical or the moral message of the parable, and then there is a deeper personal message that comes in the parable, and those can be defined as: the literal is the surface most meaning. There's no interpretation is required, as it is the verbatim, reproduce, word for word, exact literal translation as you read it. The allegorical is the hidden symbolic meaning of the subject and the objects of the story, and the key to unlock the parable is in understanding what each object represents in the allegorical message, or the allegorical sense. An allegory is a story in which the characters and or events are symbols representing other events, ideas, or people, a symbolic representation. The homiletical, or the homily, is the moral message of the story, and it's usually a short sermon, as your pastor might read a parable and then after that explain the moral content of what's being said, and how it may be applied today in the world as it is. The homily is a commentary that follows a reading of Scripture, giving the public explanation of a sacred doctrine or text. Then the personal sense is the deepest personal message of the passage, of how it speaks to you personally in your station in life at the moment. As you may have read this parable 5 years ago and it spoke to you one way, and you read it today and it's speaking to you entirely different, and it depends on your spiritual growth, where you're at in life, and so on. So it's a private message between you and God, and it can only be interpreted by you. Nobody else can do that for you. It's just how this message speaks to you. So why did Jesus speak in parables? In Matthew 13 it's explained, but I found this quote interesting that says, "Through speaking in parables, Jesus grants understanding to those who are seeking after him, revealing truth to those who are willing to listen and thoughtfully consider what he is saying." In Matthew 13:10, the disciples came to him and asked, "Why do you speak to the people in parables?" He replied, "Because the knowledge of the secrets of the kingdom of heaven has been given to you, but not to them. Whoever has will be given more, and they will have an abundance. whoever does not have, even what they have will be taken from them. This is why I speak to them in parables. Though seeing they do not see, though hearing they do not hear or understand. In them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah. You will be ever hearing but never understanding. You will be ever seeing but never perceiving. For this people's heart has become calloused. They hardly hear with their ears, and they have closed their eyes. Otherwise, they might see with their eyes, hear with their ears, understand with their hearts, and turn, and I would tell them, and I would heal them. But blessed are your eyes because they see, and your ears because they hear. For truly I tell you, many prophets and righteous people longed to see what you see, but did not see it, and to hear what you hear, but did not hear it. This is a indication that there is a divine intervention going on here. For if you understand this parable, Jesus is saying that he's revealed it to you. This is a miracle in a way, that he has opened our eyes and opened our ears and let our hearts understand what he's being said. Otherwise, if these parables are still hidden from you, he's saying that it's remained hidden for a reason, that there's some work to be done here. And I know this is going to be controversial in a way, that what I am trying to reveal here is a way to understand exactly what Jesus was saying within these parables. So I'm saying that Jesus has revealed it to me because I have the eyes to see and the ears to hear, and now I'm telling you. This is a risk, a great risk that I'm taking, as I'm praying that I have this correct, and I am understanding this method of interpreting the parables correctly. Is my intent is not to mislead. My intent is to lead you closer to Jesus, to bring you into understanding of these deeper messages that are throughout the Bible. There is, in addition to the Jesus teaching in these parables, it's also fulfilling another prophecy about Yeshua, Jesus, our Messiah. In Matthew 13:34, Jesus spoke all these things to the crowd in parables. He did not say anything to them without using a parable. So was fulfilled what was spoken through the prophet, I will open my mouth in parables. I will utter things hidden since the creation of the world. And that comes from Psalm 78. And also, along with this four sense method of understanding a parable, we also have to keep the parable in context, as we need to be mindful of who Jesus was speaking to and what he said before and after the parable. The Bible will interpret the message as the symbolism is mostly consistent throughout the scripture. As an understanding will at times require cross-referencing other areas of the Bible to come to an understanding. The symbolism found in the parables is defined throughout the Bible. And this graphic was something I found on this website, vislives.com, is a depiction of all the areas of the Bible that cross-reference with each other. So, for example, if a parable is sitting over here, it's basically representing that in all these different directions, this parable is being cross-referenced in all kinds of different areas. So throughout this study, I will be going and cross-referencing other passages in the Bible to help bring out the message, that hidden message in the parable. So this is a list of parables that I am hoping to get through and hope to interpret each and every one of these. But I am going to break them down in the different sections of the Bible where these parables may lie, as like Matthew 7 and Matthew 13 and Matthew 18 and so on, that these parables are nested inside of another message that Jesus is teaching, and he often would, for example, in Matthew 7, it follows the Beatitudes, the Sermon on the Mount, and at the end he was trying to communicate to us in fortifying in what he was teaching. So that's just an example, but this is the end of this video. I hope this seems something interesting to get into, and there will be many videos following this one. But for now, this is these are going to be a lot of work to get through this, as you can see. So I am praying for the endurance and God's blessing to be able to do this. I am praying to be in the truth, and I do not intend to mislead or misguide, but there's going to be some controversy in some of these parables as we break them down, and you will see in the following videos. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next video, and may you be in God's grace and blessing. Thank you.